Hi guys, I wanted to jump on before my video starts, and I think I found a way to listen to my video when it seems like you can't hear me. I still haven't figured the whole microphone thing out. I've sent the microphone back to Amazon and I haven't bought another one yet. But what I did buy is one of these little Bluetooth, it's a little Bluetooth speaker, and it connects to the iPad through the Bluetooth, and boy, you can hear really, really well. So when I watch Floss Tube, I make sure the speaker's on so I can hear through the speaker instead of listening through the iPad, and it's great. It works really good. So before my video starts, if you have a speaker, hook up your speaker to your iPad, and if you don't, they're pretty affordable. I just bought mine through Amazon. It's not an expensive one, and maybe that will help you be able to hear me better. Thanks. Hello, my stitching friends. How's everybody doing this fine summer day? It is Arizona. It's 109 degrees outside or something horrible like that. And so we're just parked on the inside. It's kind of like people say, well, isn't it so hard to live in Arizona in the summertime when it's so hot? Nah, it's kind of like winter when it's snowing. You just stay inside and you go from your air-conditioned house to your air-conditioned car to the air-conditioned wherever, grocery store, mall, movie theater, and then you get back in your car that's now 8,000 degrees, and make sure that you've covered your steering wheel so you don't burn your hands, and you turn the air conditioner back on and you drive home in your air-conditioned car back to your air-conditioned house. So that's pretty much how you live in Arizona in the summertime. It's like being in a really cold climate, only you don't have to shovel any snow and you can go swimming. And we do spend time outside just prior to maybe 10 a.m. if we want to go walking. I usually get up and do my walks super early in the morning before it gets too warm. And it's all relative. You know, if you're used to it being hot and you know it's going to be hot, then you just dress accordingly and stay inside when you can. It's great stitching weather, actually. So this has been a crazy busy week. Last week I spent the week camping. Yes, in a tent. I know. Who could believe it? I don't camp. My husband doesn't like to camp either, so that we're a perfect match that way. But once a year, I get out the tent, or I borrow a tent, or I sleep with somebody else who has a tent, and I get out my sleeping bag and my cot and my dirty clothes and dirty shoes, and I go rough it for a week in the mountains. And I do that with the teenage girls at church, and it's called Girls Camp, and I've done it for 20 years. Not all in a row, but I counted it up. 20 years, me in a tent. It's not pretty, but we get the job done. And once I'm there, I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. You're just outside the whole time. And this year, it's really dry in Arizona, really dry, like fire restrictions everywhere. Campgrounds closed. There's all kinds of not being able to camp experiences. So what we did is we went to a campground pretty far north of here. It was about 3.5 hours in a little teeny tiny town of Pinedale, and we camped at the campground, and we didn't have any running water. So they brought in this big trailer, this big green trailer that had non-potable water in it. So we made homemade hand washing stations, and we washed our hands with that water, and we washed dishes with that water, and then we brought bottled water for drinking. And the thing that saved me, my lifesaver, is I'm an ice lover. I love ice. I can't be without ice. So I had a big 5-gallon, one of those big 5-gallon jug thingies, you know, that you put water and ice in, and I filled it to the top with nothing but ice. And that got me through like the first 3 days, and then I went back into town and I got more ice, just ice. So that was kind of a lifesaver because it was warm. During the day it got up to like 80, and the nights were gorgeous, perfect sleeping weather. We had a really good time. So me and a tent, I'm done for the next year, and 20 years. Maybe it's time for me to hang up my tent. But I didn't want to go. I really, 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 really didn't want to go. It was really dragging my feet. I had so much going on here. I had work in the shop, and my other job was really busy, and I just said to my husband, I can't get away. I just can't go and be in the wilderness for 4 days with no cell phone coverage and nothing like that. And bless his little heart, he called his sister-in-law and he borrowed me a cot, and then we have a piece of foam so I could be more comfortable. Then he dragged me to the Sportsman's Warehouse, where he bought me a nicer sleeping bag. So I bought me a nice sleeping bag, and then he got the suitcase out, and then he finished the laundry for me, and then he made my lunch for the first day up. We have to take lunch. So really, I got to girls camp in one piece this year because of my husband. He did a lot of the work for me because I was really being a pill, and I did not want to go, and I just felt like I was leaving behind so many loose ends. But I went, I had fun, I came home, and life's good. Now we're back to real life. And then we won't get out of town. In June, the couple of weeks, we're gonna take a little trip for a couple days to the beach, just the two of us, for my husband's birthday. And then we're pretty much stuck here the rest of the summer until October. Then we usually go back to the beach in October. It's beautiful, and all the tourists are gone. So that's what we like. All right, let's get to work with our stitching this week after all that. Here's what I'm loving this week. I'm loving. I have this tray. I just bought it. I don't know why. You know these trays? They've been around like 100 years. Why haven't I bought one before now? And I sit on the couch to stitch it, and my patterns always fly one way in my thread, and I can't ever keep anything straight. And so I found this tray on Amazon, and I know you can get them at the needlework store, and it's magnetized, and I stick my pattern on it. Wait, see? I stick my pattern on it, and I put it on my lap, and away I go. I love this tray. Why did it take me 30 years to buy this tray that's been around for 30 years? So if you don't have something like this to put in your lap while you stitch, because I stitch in my lap, I don't stitch at the table, you need this. Everybody needs one of these. Cute little guys. And then, what else am I loving? Oh, so at the shop, when people order kits with a lot of threads, we ring them up in these little rings. We put them in these little rings. So I thought, well, that would be smart. I should do that for my projects at home. So I got myself a bag of rings. I think they're 1 inch, maybe 1.25 inches. Not smaller than 1 inch. Those are dinky. Can't do anything with those. So, love these. Ring up all my threads. Everything stays together nice and handy where I need it, instead of chasing it around the house, right? We chase our threads around the house. And then, let's see, what else am I loving? There was one more thing. Can't remember. It's sitting here in front of me somewhere, but I can't find it. So, I'm moving on. So this month I saw on Instagram, me and my stitches did one of those subscription box. I can't remember if it was a subscription box or a mystery box or a, here you won't know what's in it and you'll be surprised. So I thought, hey, I like a surprise. So I ordered it, and this is what came in it. This cute bag for, all right, that's what I need. I need another tote bag. I need another hole in my head. And I'll just fill it up with lots of stuff. I'll fill it up with more stash because I don't have enough tote bags. Anyway, here's the most exciting thing that came. Have you guys seen this? Have you seen this magical spray bottle? It's magic. Watch, watch, watch. It's magic. This is the coolest thing. And it's like misty, super misty, and you don't get, you know when you go to iron your needlework or you iron anything, you spray with the spray bottle and you get some mist and some just these plop, plop, plop big drops. No. Okay, I love this. This is the best thing ever. It's called, I don't know really what it's called. I think I saw it at the quilt store and it's called Magic Spray Bottle. But this one's from me and my stitches. So when you live in Arizona, sleeping at night in this heat, it's really hot and you get really uncomfortable. And the air conditioners, it makes me so nervous. When the air conditioner runs all night, I lay there in bed and I think, it's gonna break, it's gonna break, it's gonna break, it's gonna break. I don't know, that's this huge fear of mine. I'm gonna wake up at 2 in the morning, it'll be 95 degrees in my house and I won't have any air conditioning. So at night we kind of turn the air up a little bit, but these bottles, here's what you do. You lay down flat on your bed, you have the ceiling fan, and you take this and you spray it up. You spray it up like this, and then all the cold air, and the ceiling fan blows on you. That's how you sleep in hot weather with these. This is a good one. You just spray down those sheets and spray it into the ceiling fan, and you lay down and you can sleep and you're comfortable, because sleeping in the heat is not comfortable. So thank you, me and my stitches. I wanted one of these, but they're a little pricey if you buy them by yourself, so I'm super happy to get it in the box. My husband, in addition to being a saintly man, he does all the ironing. I know. Don't ask me. Don't ask me how I got a husband that irons and does laundry. Not so much with the cooking, but he's loving the spray bottle too, because his ironing is even more beautiful than usual. Do you want to know why he does all the ironing? When we were first married, and he graduated from college and he got his first big boy job, and he had to wear a dressy shirt to work, and I would stand up and iron. And my mom, she ironed everything. And I thought I was an okay ironer. You know, I ironed pillowcases for nickel a piece and hankies for nickel a piece, and I would get paid because, you know, my dad's hankies all had to be ironed. Do you remember those days? And our pillowcases were all ironed, so I thought I was a pretty good ironer. But you know that crease down the side of your arm? I can't get that. I cannot get that in the same place twice. And so here I was trying to be a good little wife, and you know, my husband, he's all Mr. Businessman, and he's graduated from college, and so I'm ironing his shirts. I cannot get that seam, that crease in the same place twice. And he just started saying, that's all right. I said, want me to press your shirt? Oh no, that's okay. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. Finally, one day, there was 2 creases, 1 crease, 2 crease, because that was me trying to get the crease in the same place. He looked at me and he said, don't you have any pride in the things that you wear? I'm like, I have a lot of pride in the things that I wear. I just can't get that darn crease in the same place twice. So he took over the ironing, and for years we sent his shirts out to be laundered, because then they were super nice. But now he just does the ironing, and I'm so grateful, because some mornings when we're both trying to get out the door, he'll come in and he'll say, do you have anything that you need pressed? Or all I have to do is he hears me plug in the iron, because it's up all the time at our house 24/7, and he'll say, do you need something ironed? And I'm so grateful for that, but also because he knows we be perpetually late. So thank you, my dear, for doing all the ironing. And then what else came in the box was the seam ripper. That's nice. It's a seam ripper. Okay, but this bag, ooh, I gotta fill it up in my spray bottle. Get you a spray bottle. Everybody needs a spray bottle. Alrighty, what have I been working on? Let's go to projects. I have been working on some fun projects this year. Because it takes me a year to finish anything, that's why. Alrighty, look at this. I pulled this out And then I worked on it a teeny little bit, and then I put it away, and then it started floating around Instagram, and people were showing it, and I pulled it back out, and I thought, why do I love this? I love this. So this is Esther Sayer. Here, there we go. Isn't that pretty? I love those pinks. I love the pinks and I love that sampler. Whoop. Just kidding. Where's the top? Yeah, that's the top. So, super cute. So here it is. I'm working on a 46 count vintage light exemplar in, of course, silk. So she calls for a Viraswa silk. No. I think it's needlepoint ink. Yeah. She calls for needlepoint ink silk, which is a great silk. It has a nice little twist. It's a great embroidery silk. So I kept this color, and then all of the rest I switched to overdyes. So you know how sometimes when you're stitching, when you pick a floss off of the wall and you think, I love this, this is gonna be great. So there's this yellow here, which is for these letters. These letters up here. See the pink and the yellow? So do you see how the first line at the top, that yellow, those are darker, and then they're much lighter? See that? So we started out with, this is Gumnuts 728. That's what I started out with. And I thought, oh, I really like that. But as I stitched with it, it was yellower, like a little brassier than I was happy with. So I finished up the alphabet, but then I found in my stash Scarecrow by Belsois, and it's just softer. It's like the same color, only softer. And that, I liked it. I like it much better. So I'm gonna hang on to this one, and I may just change it up on the inside. But I love the softer Scarecrow for the yellow. It just seemed to go with the, it just seemed to go with the colors because they're so soft. And I softened them up a little bit. So the rest of the colors are, here, I'll show you. It's a mixture. I think these are, it's a mixture of Dinky Dyes. This is a Dinky Dye, and Gloriana and Belsois. So it's a little bit of each. I love it. I really am loving this. And also the, so she has charted all these alphabets, and this, I'll do dividing bands for eyelet stitches. I won't do that many eyelet stitches. I won't. I'll put it away and it'll just be buried forever. So what I substituted rice stitches for, no, Smyrna crosses. I substituted Smyrna crosses, and I think they turned, I think they're really pretty. Let's see if it'll focus. They don't give it that, the eyelets give it a real airy and open look, which is beautiful. And if you love to do eyelets, then by all means do eyelets. It's gonna be lovely with eyelets. I just know me, and I know that I would get frustrated and just stop stitching on it altogether. And so I stuck these in. Now there's this really pretty little band, right? Oh, it's kind of hard to see. There's a pretty band right here. You see how it's kind of swirly? And I was thinking of doing those in the eyelets. So we'll see how it turns out. But I'm really excited to get down past the alphabet and start on all the little motifs down here. Beautiful sampler. Esther Sayer by Plum Street Samplers. Beautiful. It's a great sampler. Okay, so the next chart I worked on do you love, how much do you love this? Isn't this precious? It's by Shepherd's Bush. It's called Liberty Notes. And when Priscilla and Chelsea announced their Stitching Stars and Stripes stitch along, this is what I knew I wanted to do it. It's small, I could get it done. I'll be darned if I couldn't find it. I looked through every tote I have, all my drawers, all my rubber totes, all my fabric totes. Oh, I looked and looked, I couldn't find it. So I started another project, and then just one night I was digging through some stuff, and there it was, all kitted up. So this is how much I got done. And I'm stitching it on 36 count navy beam with the called for threads. They're cottons. Just a combination of classic Colorworks and Gentle Arts and Weeks. And they're beautiful. They're beautiful threads. And I'm just using one strand of floss, one strand on the 36, and I think it's turning out just great. Really cute, and it's going up pretty quickly, which is good for me. I love it when they go together quickly. The next thing I worked on, I made a big boo-boo. Big, like huge. So I'm gonna have to pick out a bunch. So he's in timeout. All right, I'm gonna hold it up, and I want you to tell me if you see my mistake. Ah! It's glaring! Oh my, you see what I did? So irritated. I wanted to have this done, and now I'm just angry. So, this is supposed to be centered. Not so much. See, here's my line right over here. It's right on the line. What'd I do? I'll tell you how I got it wrong. See the H? So I counted from this, and I put in the leg of the H. But guess which leg that is supposed to be? That is supposed to be this leg, so that the H is centered between this pole. See? So the whole, this was my first word right here. I put the H in the wrong place, and I put that in, and I didn't even notice my mistake until I put those lines in, and I thought, wait, see? It's about, it's, I have to pick it all out. Just the letters. I'm not picking the whole thing out. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna pick out the letters, and then I'm gonna stick them back in, and I'll keep going. But I love this piece, and this is stitching up. This is smaller than I thought it was gonna be. Isn't that precious? It's only gonna be about 5 by 7. It's really cute if I stitched right. And I think I showed this last time. I'm doing that in the silk conversion. It's beautiful. On 46 count. But he's in timeout. Ooh. Makes me nuts. That's what I worked on. And I worked on the let us have peace until I made the mistake. And then I was just so done, just a little defeated. So I put it away and worked on those other 2 pieces. All right, so that's what I've been working on. How about some like finish, all the way finish? I have some patriotic finishes. So the first one, this we did in a class last summer when the chart first came out, but it's so adorable I wanted to share with you. It's this chart by Blackbird. Hats off to Uncle Sam. And here's my box. Wait, here. Ooh, so cute, right? And then you open, and you have this most adorable little pincushion. Look how cute. So here's what I stitched it on 32 count. Picture this plus. I believe it's Stormy. And I didn't want to use 2 threads, but I wanted it to be the size to fit in the box. So I went and grabbed some wool, Gentle Arts wool. I grabbed a red, I grabbed a blue, I grabbed a white, because you just need those 3 colors. And that's what the wool turns out. I love the coverage. I love how rich and deep and dark those colors are. Please don't ask me what they were. It was red, it was a blue, it was a white. And I can't find what colors they were. But, and then Judy Ann in our class, she made everybody these adorable pins to stick in our pin cushion. So it sits right behind me. How sweet. So cute. Such a great design. Really fun. Super fun. And then you have this little guy next to it. So, really fun. If you guys have a chance to make this little design, make it. Really cute. My next finish is by Plum Street. It's part of her sampler cereal bowl, and she has re-released this pattern. I bought it when it was, you know, came as a kit with just the threads, but she's re-released it. It's called Lesson 2. Look! I stitched this on 45 count springtime linen by Lakeside. I wouldn't recommend 45, that's why I love the 46 so much. The 45 is so dense and so packed close together that filling in this grassy area and all this fill-in, by the time you got to the end, your threads were just so packed together. I mean, it's super tight look, and I really love the look. But I found this frame at Joann's. I kind of Priscilla-fied it a little bit, and I found this frame at Joann's years ago, and I just shoved. Does anybody else do that? I see things at the craft store, it's cute, I think, oh, I'll use that for something. I buy it, I bring it home, I shove it in a drawer. 3 years later, I pull it out and go, oh, now I know what I could do with this. I don't know if anybody else does like that, but that's how I am. So I had Sandy at the shop mount the needlework, and then I just did a little tchotchke, little medallion thing right here. And then this is wool. There's just a piece of wool behind it. And I found that 3D flag in my stash. I just had it stashed away, and I popped it on there. It's not proportionate really, it's just a little big, but I didn't care. It was really cute, so I stuck it on. So this is my favorite. I love it. Really cute, right? Really sweet. Okay, that's it for like all the way finishes. I want to give you an update on the lamp, the bra lamp. Huge hit. Thank you all for loving the bra lamp. Thank you for your comments. I love reading your comments, and I hope that I can like them all or respond if you have a question. But the bra light was a huge hit, so I upgraded the bra light. This one's called the Hammerhead. The Hammerhead. They have them at the attic. And look at that. Look at that row of lights. 2 speeds. Super high, low, high, medium, off. So that is some serious light. You clip that sucker on, you'll be stitching till 3 in the morning in the airplane. There. See? This is the awesome light. It's really, really bright. So, upgrade. Huge upgrade. So we upgraded the bra light. So I would like to, I'm really close to 1,000 subscribers, which is so weird. I can't imagine there's always like almost 1,000 people that care about my needlework, but that's kind of cool. So Jean Lee at the attic has gifted me a Hammerhead light to give away when I reach 1,000 subscribers. I will be giving away this Hammerhead light as a gift from the attic. So what you need to do is hit the subscribe button and the notification button, or else you'll never see like when new things are posted. And when I get to 1,000, bra light. So that's kind of fun. Alrighty, stash. I buy stash. I don't need stash, but I buy it, just like we all do. And I got some really fun things this time. This pattern came out at Market. I think I showed it as part of my Market haul. It's called Faith 1831 by Samplers Not Forgotten. I love all the pinks in it. I love the greens. I saw it in real life when we were there, and it's so beautiful in real life. So I got the supplies to kit it up. So this is 46 count overcast linen by Lakeside, super light gray. It's just a really, really light gray. It does look like an overcast sky. And then I converted to silk, of course, just because I love the silk so much. So these are my silk colors that I converted it to. There's some dinky dyes, a little bit of Gloriana, and a little bit of Belsois. But these two colors right here, I really like them a lot, and I couldn't find a match for the silk, so I'm gonna leave them in. So those are my threads for Faith. I love them, really pretty. So I got that kitted up. And then I am calling this the Sexy Sampler. You want to know why? This is Sarah Brazier. She is the Queen of the May sampler, released by Hands Across the Sea in commemoration of the royal wedding. But here's why she's, hang on. She has a centerfold. This is an amazing sampler. I love this sampler, but it's big, like 30 by 30 inches. I don't know, given my propensity to stitch a lot of things, but my favorite part of the sampler is this deer cartouche right here in the center, and those are pillars, and it comes across. I may be inclined to stitch that. I love that. I'm not sure about the entire sampler, but I love this sampler, and Nicola does such a fabulous job of getting the quality. This is like a beautiful book with glossy pages and heavy stock front, and then she also included this is a thread legend in the form of a bookmark. So because while you're working from the big book, sometimes you don't want to be flipping back and forth, so it has this beautiful bookmark included. It's a lovely, I love this sampler so much. Now I know that there's been a little bit of problem getting the supplies out, but I can tell you, I can promise you that the shops are working so hard to get you everything you need. And we just need to remember, ladies, that these are cottage industries. Lakeside Linens is one person with a helper, with a few staff, not a lot. And she is hand dyeing the fabrics. So that doesn't mean she's not in a factory. She's not in China or Bangladesh somewhere whipping this stuff out like on Amazon. She is hand dyeing every piece of linen. So it's just taken a little bit longer, and the silks are coming from overseas. They're beautiful. The Avirswa silks are drop dead gorgeous. It's just, this is a small industry. run by small business owners, and the best thing that we can do to support our industry is to be patient. Sometimes it's just going to take a minute to get everything we need when you're ordering hand-dyed fabric and hand-dyed fibers, whether it's cotton or silk. They're being done by a person. It's a small family business. So thank you so much for being patient while the shops get everything put together and get all of the supplies in. Believe me, they are not hanging on to those supplies. If they are in the store, then they are out the door. That's just how it works. So if you haven't received your fabric or your silks and you're still waiting, please remember, if they're in the store, they're out the door for you guys, because we all want our customers to be happy, and we want them to we don't want to have to wait 2 or 3 or 4 months to get supplies, but sometimes when you're dealing with handmade things, you do. So thank you for being patient when it comes to stuff like that, because Sarah Brazier, she's just blown up, and everybody just wants to stitch her, which is wonderful. I'm so grateful, but it does create some stress. Okay, what's next? Oh, have any of you ever stitched these darling little, this is by Chessie and Me, and it comes in a kit. Everything, fabric, the chart, of course, and then the little fabric and the threads. And I love that. I'm really into patriotic. See, it's season. Patriotic season. I stitch with the season. Watch, July 5th, I'll be like, "Meh, let's stitch October." You know, July 5th will come and we'll all be getting out our harvest stuff. But for now, the little patriotic things are nice. Then I found some treasures from With I Needle and Thread that are older, but they're still available. And one is this, Feather Your Nest. Do you love that big fat red bird? I love that big fat red bird. And summer sampler of the season. It's the summer sampler. I saw somebody stitching on this on Instagram, and I just fell in love. The beehives, the sunflowers, the red house. Love it. So I picked those up. And then I couldn't leave this one in the shop because it has a big red house and big birds, and I love samplers where the elements of the design are not always proportionate. I love that there's a littler house and these great big branches and birds, and the birds are not proportionate to the house. I love that, the funkiness of that, and I like that. I love this. Had to come home. Red house, birds. It's coming home. Okay, and then I was lucky enough to receive a great package from Kelmscott Designs with her newest releases. And this is, so she has a Queen series of thread keeps, and this is her newest queen. She's called Bohemian Queen. She's cool, yeah? And then she has a postcard series, and this is her newest postcard called French Lilacs. Wait, I have it right here. French Violets thread keep. And then there's Jane Austen thread keep. And I thought there was one more. And the Schoolgirl thread keep. This reminds me of my granddaughter, who has long brunette. She's brunette, and she's a spitfire, that girl. She is a lot of fun, and we adore her. But it looks like her mommy is telling her, "You can't do that. Stop." And she's thinking, well, maybe I'll stop for a minute, but as soon as you turn around, I'm gonna run back. See that little curl? This is really cute. This reminds me of our little Cece. We love her. Okay, so it's time to do some shout outs. I really enjoy watching everybody's videos, and I usually watch them while I'm getting dressed and ready in the morning, and maybe I'll stick like an earbud in while I'm stitching if the TV's on or something. So shout outs this week. Pretty Southern in Oregon. I love your videos. I love that you film from the shop. That's really fun, and it's so fun to see Janine. We were rooming buddies at market. So hi Janine. We had a good time, and I made myself useful by running to Starbucks every day at 4. That's what I'm good at, Starbucks runs. So it's really fun to see the shop and to see all the stitching friends and the posts that you do from showing everybody in their projects, the shop. Thank you. I really enjoy your videos a lot. And then there's Country Stitchers, and they are really so nice to watch. They're so gentle and kind. I think I would just like to sit and have a chat and drink some Diet Coke and stitch with them. They're really, check them out. And then Just Keep Stitching, Pam and Steph. Congratulations on 50 episodes. I can't imagine 50 episodes. This is my 3rd episode, and it kind of gives me a little bit of stress, but hey, maybe by the time I've done 50, they don't stress me out anymore, so congratulations. There's Holly and Anita. Oh my gosh, you girls, so fun. Just laughing all the time. I just want to stitch with all of you, all the floss tubers. I want you to come to my house. We'll sit around the kitchen table. We'll turn our lights on, and we'll eat food and drink yummy drinks and stitch together. Sounds like fun. And then also Sampler Bird, Robin, she's another sampler girl, and I really enjoy her videos. So I will link to their videos below so you guys can check them out too. I also wanted to take a minute and update on Jean Lee, her cancer. She's the owner of the attic, and she's right now undergoing cancer, and she is a fighter. She's doing really good, really good. I mean, you know, not like running any marathons, but I'm so happy that she's feeling good-ish, better. So she had her first 2 rounds of chemo, and then a little detour for some chemo-related problems, and then so she got a week off from chemo. She felt like a whole new woman. That was really fun to see her feeling like herself again. And then so I texted with her a little bit this morning. She was going in for treatment number 4. So 4 down, 14 to go. So she's fighting. She's a fighter. She has great attitude, and I'm so happy that she's doing well. Things are good. So I'll thank you, all of you who have sent cards to the store, and you have wished her well in beautiful, kind emails. Thank you so much. That means so much to her. The love from the stitching community, it's great, great, really great. So thank you all for your love and support while she fights this battle, because we know she's going to fight it, she's going to win it, and she's got way too much stash, way too much stitching. So she's fighting like a girl. So I'm happy about that. That brings me to, I wanted to share this with you because stitching is it's a part of our life, our social circle, our friends. We have lifelong friends that we wouldn't have if we weren't stitchers. And so about a year, maybe it was a year ago, I can't remember, my friends, my stitching friends here, they texted me and said, hey, our friend Amy is clearing out her stash room, and she's moving. She's gonna move into a smaller place, and she needs some help clearing out her stash. Do you want to come over? We're all gonna go and just help her clear out her stash. So I went, and there we were in bedroom going through buckets and tubs and totes, and there was just so much that she just couldn't move it all. So we had a great night laughing and finding treasures, and there's a few charts that are long out of print that she had that she was not going to stitch, and I was able to, you know, she just was so generous, and we were able to enhance our stash, and she was able to downsize some of her stash so she can move. And then, and we just sat there laughing and giggling and going through all of her stash. It was such a great memory. And then we went to dinner, and when we came back to dinner, she had stitched quite, she's a prolific, beautiful stitcher. And she said, you know, I have these pieces and I'm not going to be able to hang them in my home, so I thought I would, would you guys like to each pick a piece? And we did. And this is my piece. Let me hold it back. And it just personified who Amy was. She loved whimsical things, and she loved color, and she loved beautiful frames. And so this was my piece that I took home, and I hung it up in my office. And then in last fall, she had triple bypass surgery. She was looking forward to getting married. She found the love of her life, and she was looking forward to getting married this coming October, but she had to have this surgery first. So she had the triple bypass surgery, and there was complications, and she passed away. And we miss her terribly. We used to, all of us, her and Rhonda and Carol and Jean and I would go to dinner, and then we'd come and stitch it either at my house or at Jean's house, and just doing what friends do, you know? Friends just keep each other company, and they share. And I didn't mean to get off on this tangent. And I may even edit this out. But hold on to your friends. Hold on to your stitching friends. I love that through the internet, through Instagram and FlossTube. You know, there's a lot wrong and things that people don't like about social media. You feel like you're only ever getting, you know, the best snapshot of anybody's day. And we know that real life is not always perfect. But it's such a relief to be able to go to YouTube, FlossTube, Instagram, and see what your friends are working on, and see what's making them happy today. And I appreciate that we're so positive. I'm so thankful for the positive feedback and comments. And I want you to know that you are all now a part of my stitching experience, and I feel like I've made new friends, and that's important because life is fragile. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. So I want you all to know that I'm just so grateful for the experience to be here, to share my love of stitching with you, to enjoy your love of stitching, to watch your videos, to see what you're working on. It's wonderful. And I hope we can all just have a great week. Tell those you love that you love them. Hug them and keep them close. And we'll see you next time. Hopefully no tears. I didn't mean for this to go down this road, but I just wanted to share. So thank you, ladies. We will see you next time.